From Lagos, the nation's commercial capital, this is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight,
Ijoma Oyato.
Hello and welcome. Tonight, the military says it's freed 121 abducted schoolgirls in Borno, 8 of them still missing. The President summons extended Security Council meeting for Thursday, state governors also to attend. United States government, China and Syria offer to help Nigeria in its fight against terror. And 6 people confirmed dead, hundreds missing in sunken South Korean ferry.
On business news tonight, Nigeria plans to issue 60 billion naira of 3-year and 10-year sovereign bonds on April the 23rd.
And on sports news tonight, American Maurice Green resumes as Team Nigeria relay coordinator. Athletics Federation of Nigeria picks 25 for Mount SAC Championship.
I'm Linda Kibe, and from Abuja, delegates at the National Conference disagree over composition of committee's membership.
We begin with this cheery news that the military has freed 121 abducted girls from Chibok in Borno State. The Director of Defense Information, Major General Chris Olukolade, told Channels Television this evening that 8 of the girls, however, are still missing. And according to him, this development has been confirmed by the principal of Government Secondary School, Chibok. He also says that one of the terrorists involved in the operation has been captured alive and is being detained in an undisclosed location.
29 that were missing, said to be missing from the school as at the time of the incident. The correct thing is that many of them were able to escape almost as soon as they were getting out of the compound. And many others were also picked up along the route of tracing these guys. And some of those who left went home while others returned to the school. And the pursuit by troops have continued since that day till this evening. And all along, bits and pieces, or in terms of number, they were being freed. As at this evening, even this evening, 3 additional numbers were gotten among them. And from the records that we could confirm from the school, by this evening, only 8 of that number is still missing. And troops are continuing the pursuit, and we are very optimistic that all things being equal, before long, the rest should be freed.
But what specifically is being done to ensure that the remaining 8 are freed, not just freed, but freed alive?
Well, that is the essence of the operation. The troops that are on the search and rescue mission are being very, very cautious. And this is a very delicate operation to ensure that the students are recovered alive. By the way, as at this evening, one of the terrorists that abducted them was captured. And we're believing, like I said earlier, that all things being equal, before long, all of this should be brought to an end in the most satisfactory way.
Director of Defense Information there, Major General Chris Olukolade, giving us some update on the Chibok abduction. 121 girls freed so far and 8 to go. Now, before this progress report, the issue of the abduction was top priority at today's Federal Executive Council meeting. And briefing journalists soon after that meeting, The Minister of Information, Labaran Maku, gave the assurance that all those taken away by the terrorists would be freed. He said the military is working very hard to ensure they regain their freedom.
On the kidnapped students, which we condemned, I also know that every effort is being made to locate those students and those who kidnapped them. Security services are on a manhunt for the girls who have been kidnapped. Council didn't have the full report as to the details of how it took place other than the mainly media report, but we'll get the details. But you know, the thing with terror is that they go to where you least suspect them to go. You know, so they go to areas that they think nobody may be looking at. They go to soft targets. But I know that there's the awareness is increasing around the country, particularly in the Northeast. But the criminality of kidnapping young children is exactly what makes this group of terrorists in Nigeria maybe among the worst in the world. Complete lack of respect for human life, complete lack of respect to even the basic moral issues. What would terrorists be doing with young female children? If, for example, they claim to be pursuing a religious cause, which religion in the world permits terrorists to kidnap young female students and carry them into terrorist camps? What are they doing with female children? If the purpose of this terror is for alleged religious piety, what would they be doing with it? All it shows clearly that you are dealing with a group of people that have completely excused themselves from all the hindrances of human civilization.
Minister of Information, Labaran Maku. Now, earlier in the day, the governor of Borno State, Alhaji Kashim Shatima, had lamented the attack and abduction of some schoolgirls by Boko Haram. And after a head count, the governor confirmed that 129 schoolgirls were indeed abducted. And when asked why security was not provided for the students, the governor responded by saying, quote, "Sufficient security was provided for them based on the assurances from the local community that had promised to safeguard those schools that had agreed to continue with the ongoing SSCE examination in those locations," end of quote. He said the government had relocated most of the students from southern Borno to Chibok for their safety. Now, it's been 2 days of non-stop attacks, but the presidency seems to be drawing the line as Dr. Goodluck Jonathan has summoned all service chiefs to an extended Security Council meeting. The meeting, which will take place at the presidential villa in Abuja tomorrow, will have President Goodluck Jonathan presiding, after which he will also preside over an enlarged meeting to be attended by state governors. The Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Dr. Ruben Abati, explained that both meetings will review the security situation in the country with a view to determining the best way forward. Now to some more troubling news in that region. Reports say about 20 people, including a monarch, have been killed in fresh attacks by gunmen believed to be Boko Haram terrorists in 2 villages in Borno State, northeast Nigeria. Now, one of the places attacked was Wala village in Gwoza local government area in the early hours of today, where the gunmen killed 18 people while injuring many others. Before the attack on Wala, another set of gunmen had last night attacked Sabon Kashua village in Hawul local government area, where they killed a district head and his guard. It was gathered that the gunman entered his palace unhindered and shot the district head on his bed. This incident is one of many such attacks on Gwoza town by terrorists in recent times. Well, still on terrorism, the APC governors today visited some of the recuperating victims of Nyanya bomb blast in the hospital in Abuja. Now, after sympathizing with the patients, the Imo State governor and his Nasarawa State counterpart told journalists that a trust fund is being established to help the wounded victims.
We noticed that the increase in bloodshedding in our nation is becoming worrisome. And as leaders, we believe that this is not a time to say what is wrong or who is wrong, but this is a time that we must all close ranks to ensure the safety of lives and properties.
Now, in the meantime, the Department of State Security, the DSS, has asked Nigerians to be more vigilant and provide security agencies with information that will help tackle the insecurity problem. On our program Sunrise Daily today, the Deputy Director, Public Relations of the DSS, Ms. Marilyn Oga, also gave some safety tips on what Nigerians should look out for when in public places.
We need people to give us information. And that is what we have continued to ask, that instead of sitting down and criticizing when we have some misfortunes, we must collectively come together as a people to try to stem out the scourge from our society. The NCC has come up with a new code, emergency call number. When you call it, it prompts you, and then when you say where you want to, if you want the police, if you want the SSS, you will be transferred immediately. People must be vigilant. Be vigilant to new faces within your environment. Be vigilant to cars that are parked without your notice, either near your premises, your workplace, your church, or recreational centers. Look out for strange containers that appear suddenly within your vicinity. Be observant at public places and functions. Watch out for people searching towards you. Do not leave empty drums, broken chairs near your fence. When there is a bomb blast, please do not go to the scene and do not tamper with objects at the scene.
Now, the DSS says security agencies can be reached on the following emergency numbers on your screen: 0813-2222-105 and 0813-2222-106. There are other numbers, and they're on our website, ChannelsTV.com. Now, in part two, after the break, the rift in the All Progressive Party in Edo State yet to settle. That's in a moment. Do join us again.